Hey, what's up, everyone? We are live. So, I actually have a huge announcement to make today. I have officially unsubscribed from PBD Podcast. Now, I know many of you have already done that, and perhaps this is late, and I should have done so a very long time ago. But I do have to admit, there was a time where I somewhat enjoyed watching PBD podcasts. I thought they had different points of view. I thought Patrick, he's a solid businessman. If anything, you know he knows how to run a YouTube channel. There's a lot you can learn from him in terms of entrepreneurship. And Tom specifically on his show, Tom, in my opinion, is pretty intelligent. I think Tom was a pretty intelligent person on their show. However, I just finally could not take it anymore and I unsubscribed. I had to unsubscribe just for my own mental health. I just could not stand watching this crap anymore. And honestly, I actually encourage all of you to do the same. If you're still subscribed to PBD Podcast, please unsubscribe. Consider unsubscribing. Um, we shouldn't be supporting crap like this because we're enabling it, right? And this statement that not only Adam but Patrick but David made in their last episode, I believe from yesterday, it was a straw that broke the camel's back for me. So in this video, I actually want to go over why I unsubscribed from PBD Podcast. So let's go through this video of what happened yesterday. And let me know your thoughts and opinions too. Are you still subscribed to PBD Podcast or not? I want to know. I want to know.
Benjamin Netanyahu is the Trump of the Middle East. He doesn't care if you like him or not at this point. He literally doesn't.
Oh, my bad. I didn't realize my mic was off. Okay. Oh, thanks everyone for telling me. Thank you. Appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. Can you guys hear me now? Yes, no. Yeah, so in case you guys didn't hear, or maybe I'm not sure if I was on mute or not, I have officially unsubscribed from PBD Podcast. And I encourage everyone to consider doing the same. I could not take it anymore, especially because of this video that came out yesterday. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. I can't do this anymore. Like the stupidity, the ignorance they're spewing on PBD Podcast, especially in regards to the Israel Gaza conflict, is just disgusting. I don't know how we can enable it any longer. So yeah, I just did it and unsubscribed. Looking at the comments, okay, sound is working. Awesome. Never subscribed. You're smart. Patrick bet David Stein. Patrick bought David Stein. Okay, Micah, that's good. So yeah, Adam just called him Benjamin Netanyahu, the Donald Trump of the Middle East. Shut up. Shut up. Hell no. Don't even compare the two. Like, come on, man. Donald Trump, a lot of people dislike him, fine. But the fact of the matter is, Donald Trump is pretty entertaining. I think we all agree on that. The dude is funny. He had his TV show. He knows how to attract attention. He's not that dumb. And also, at the end of the day, despite whether you like Donald Trump or not, no one can deny the fact that Donald Trump has a following. People are diehard fans of Donald Trump. Netanyahu, nobody likes him. Even in Israel, before this war started, there were protests trying to get him kicked out of government. He became very unpopular. And to say, oh, Netanyahu doesn't care, he's like Trump. Stop trying to compare the two. Stop trying to glorify, man. It's disgusting. Adam is one of the most intellectually lazy people I have ever seen on the internet. He should not have a platform. The only reason he has a platform is because of Patrick Bet David. And that stupid, he has his own show. I didn't even know this until recently. It's called the Sauce Cast or something. Stupidest, most cringe show in the world. I don't recommend anyone watching that. Let's go. Let's continue with this.
Just like Trump does it. This might be his last term ever. We'll see. He's the longest standing tenured prime minister.
Yeah, allow it to be in Netanyahu's last term. We need him out of government because at this point, with him in government, I can't imagine anything else but the same or very similar fate for West Bank, unfortunately.
Of Israel. And much like Trump, he's there to GSD, get stuff done.
Wow. Hold on. Adam really thought he was smart for that one. He thought of this whole acronym by himself. GSD, get stuff done. Anyways, I got this video together because I really want to show you the end of this clip where I thought it was just totally inappropriate. Totally inappropriate. In my opinion, it was extremely Islamophobic. I can't believe no one called him out on it. And it wasn't just Adam, by the way. It was Patrick Bet-David too.
So what he's doing right now is sort of combating the lies, the hate, and the propaganda that's been sullied against the one Jewish state, which he kept repeating. But just look at the result.
Okay, so who cares if it's the one Jewish state? Does every ethnic group need to have its own state? Isn't there like a bunch all over the world? Like, what about the Kurds? What about the Uyghurs? Like, everyone wants their own state. Doesn't mean you just deserve one because God said you do. And like, why do people have to believe your God, huh? Like, what if I came to you and said, hey, God said I should be a billionaire. Give me your money. Do you have to give me your money now? It's such a stupid argument. And he literally, like, the gaslighting is insane. He said, he's just trying to combat the lies and propaganda. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, what the hell has Israel been spewing for the last like 80 years, except for propaganda? Like, if it wasn't for social media, if it wasn't for TikTok and X, no one would have known the crap that's going on in Gaza right now. That's the true reality of it.
You want to talk about people. Just look at the scoreboard. Approval ratings are down, but every single combatant that they've played against has lost. Iran is weaker. Syria has been captured. Basically, they're done. The Houthis, let's see what's going on with them. Hezbollah is done. Hamas, what's left of Gaza? And I truly think.
Hold on. Okay, so many things right here too. So he called out the Syrian government, all these different governments. They're all gone. Yes, Israel is winning all these fronts. Because of who? Because of us, big brother. We're paying your bill. I'm paying the tax money for Israel, man. You guys would be nothing without our tax money and our military and our technology and just our political, the political backing Israel gets from the United States is the only reason they're even allowed to go this far in Gaza. If we weren't there, if we backed out, like, you wouldn't be able to do anything. You know that darn well. And by the way, Adam, if you are so pro-Israel and you are just like, oh my God, they're perfect in the Middle East, they're doing everything right, go live there, man. Go live there. Why are you here enjoying everything and just, what's it called? Armchair critic, just criticizing from out here? Let's see the comments. Emre Demerkaya loves. PBD did not receive money. He got told what not to ask to get an interview. Just a tool. Congrats. Valuetainment and PBD complicit in genocide. 100%. At this point, in my opinion, they are so on the wrong side of history. There is no argument about that at all. And I believe that, sure, he probably didn't get money, but I'm sure this is why his rhetoric has been so soft on Israel lately. He really wanted to land this interview, and it was one of the most softball interviews ever. It was totally useless. I didn't hear anything new. To be frank, I think all the interviews of Benjamin Netanyahu have been pretty crappy so far. And I'm talking about Trigonometry. I'm talking about the Nelk Boys, and I think PBD Podcast. But at the very least, I feel like the guys in Trigonometry at least push back a little bit. Not the Constantine, whatever his name is, his partner. That guy actually did push back a little bit, and that was the only interview that at least there was some pushback. This guy's getting freebies, man. Sangar Saeed said, shout out to the Kurds. Shout out to the Kurds. Let's continue.
I think that Bibi doesn't care what people think. So we can have all the American podcasters and the woke right or the woke left criticize Israel all they want, but you know what they have not done? Effectuate zero policy change whatsoever. Trump and Bibi, it would seem, are tighter than ever. And here's the last point. People are saying, I can't believe you would talk to Bibi Netanyahu. Can't believe you would talk to Tate. Can't believe you would talk to Nick Fuentes. Friends, enemies, get used to one thing here. We're going to have a lot more of these conversations here at Valuetainment.
Oh, shut up, Adam. Stop acting like you got any part. This podcast is nothing for you. Honestly, this podcast would be totally fine without you. You really, really don't have a big part in this. And if anything, you destroy the quality of the show. No one cares about your opinion. You only get trashed on every episode. Go read the comments. I'm sure you know about this. Let's see what else is in the comments. T, he doesn't have to get money for it. The interview will generate money. That's true. Amre Dermika loves for a while and then dropped. They faked up. They effed up. Okay. Huh.
I'm not sure if you've read your DMs, but the death threats they're growing every single day. So let me give the flip side. I can totally understand why Americans are just sick of talking about Israel. Totally get it.
Do you totally get it though? Do you actually get why? Because I don't think you do.
Okay, like Humberto, I think said that he's like, I just want to stop talking about Israel. That's fine. Israel's not asking you to talk about them. The media is doing it. So the Twitter bots are doing it. Nobody wants to talk about Israel here. All right, APAC, the control, have that conversation. But here's my question: Israel, they're looking to take over 0 cities.
Really? Are you that stupid and ignorant? Didn't they just take over the Golan Heights or something from Syria or Lebanon? Like, come on, man. You got to be so stupid to be thinking this. Why are they building settlements on the West Banks? Why do they destroy Gaza? Why do they level it all the way? Is it so that the people that live there have nothing to come back to? Why do you think they're doing it? Like, didn't Benjamin Netanyahu just call out that he's going to go, they're going to move in and take over or occupy Gaza? And then in that same breath, he'll go to an interview and say, yeah, we have no plans on taking over or occupying Gaza. Like, shut up, man. And the fact that these people are so naive and ignorant and they just believe it. Like, dude, PBD Podcast, bring me up, man. Bring me on your show. Let me talk to Adam here. Or someone set up a debate with Adam because I cannot believe how ignorant this guy is. Why does he have a platform? I don't understand how he could just lie straight up on television. Comments, let's say, oh, wow, okay, for a while. G wrote, Adam Sosnick's Minect is the funniest scrum I've ever seen in a while. Okay. Oh, man. I might have to check this out because I did not know. You don't get it? Okay, so they still call me Ricky said. You don't get it, Adam. You're a psychopath finding empathy. Okay. Michael wrote, it's Adam's boss interviewing Adam's daddy, Netanyahu. I agree. Ruddy, hey, assalamu alaikum, Ruddy. What's up? Hi, Anam. Great work. Thank you very much. Amre Demerke loves, they are making mini Gazas in the West Bank. Yeah, that was my other topic. Okay, so the West Bank, if Israel does not want to take over, any cities, first of all, Gaza's leveled, Golan Heights, okay, fine. Why are they breaking up West Bank as we speak? They're making it into tiny little Gazas. They're still building settlements. They're taking it over slowly and steadily. And you better know, once eyes are off Gaza, oh, the West Bank's already going to be taken up. Right now, there is so much attention in Gaza, rightfully so. They're slowly taking over the West Bank. Sisu wrote, unsubscribed years ago. You are smart. I unsubscribed today officially, and I encourage everyone to consider doing the same. And I'm going to show you exactly why. The end of this clip is straight up Islamophobic. I have no reason to be watching their show anymore. Like, I'll react to the content. I'm not going to lie. I'll react to the content. I cannot be subscribed to this crap. I do not want to enable them. And look, I have to react. That's like what I do on YouTube. But if you don't have to go on their podcast, I would encourage you not to. Like, I'll have the highlights here. You can always watch them here. I don't recommend you going on there anymore. Especially if you're Muslim, man. Especially if you're Muslim. It's disgusting. Mr. Peepers, Adam is Patrick's APAC handler. Believe it. Mr. Peepers also wrote unsubscribed around 2023 for his pro-Israel views. I should have done the same. I used to watch them. They were entertaining. And I'll say it again. Tom on PBD Podcast, in my opinion, is kind of smart, man. He does his deep dives. But even on Israel, I think he knows the truth. He just doesn't have a backbone, in my opinion. That's what I'm seeing. Michael wrote, it's not naive. He's a Zionist. PJR, Patrick Sutter David, My Princess wrote, Americans have no choice but to believe lies. This country hasn't created the history that the old world has. That's why they're naive and equally as apathetic. PJR, Patrick Star David. The prices on Minect are insane. You will laugh really hard. Check out what's written in the back of Adam's iPad. You can't make this up. It says, Minect with me today, Adam's last name. I'll check it out. Patrick said he has a painting of the Shah in his living room. All people who support the Shah are Zionists. That actually makes sense. Faris Anezi says, play it. Clarity, I will do it. I'm just reading the comments real quick. Clarity Coleman says unsubscribe. PJ, shame on Arab World for letting this happen. I agree. That is actually something that I agree with. Clarity wrote unsubscribe from PBD Podcast today as well. Good. I want more people. I encourage you all unsubscribe from them, man. Ryan wrote, I stay subscribed for Vinny, but not for much longer if this keeps up. Yeah, no, I mean I kept up for Vinny too. I like seeing it. But yeah, I'm telling you, after this clip, I don't think any of you will want to stay on much longer. Lion Tribe wrote, I grew up as a Muslim, but I would have to say that the Arab world has been coward and shameful, and I have no respect for them. They cowardly watched this happen to Gaza. I agree. I totally agree. And we have countries like Turkey, Iran standing up, and the rest of the Middle East is just quiet and discussing it behind closed doors. They're actually agreeing to just recognize Israel. It's disgusting. Disgusting.
0 cities. In fact, Israel controls the world. Israel controls America. We're about to have an Islamic communist mayor of New York City. The most Jews in the world outside of Israel, New York, can't even win New York. So there's a population situation.
Okay, so Islamist, communist taking over New York. You're acting like this is a dictatorship. My boy he was voted in. People love him. I don't agree with all of his policies, but to call him Islamist is so disingenuous. Like, you are so intellectually lazy and naive and just ignorant. Like, from what I understand, I don't think the guy's even that religious, man. I don't think the guy's even that religious. What, he has a Muslim name? That's what you're gonna say? Like, and his policies are popular. People are liking him. And who's the alternative? Cuomo? Like, you think they're gonna vote for that guy? And he makes sense. Everyone else is like, yeah, my first stop is going to be Israel. He's like, no, I'm going to take care of the people in New York City. What do you think the people in New York City want? So, Adam, shut up. You don't live in New York City. You have no say in that. I don't live in New York City. I don't have no say in that. And what should be happening is you should probably live in Israel if you love it so much. Hey. All right, G Road PBD is an MLM scammer. I can't believe that fool is rich. Low key, man. Low key. Hey. Ayub Asadi, why does anyone even watch this right-wing cringe podcast? Dude, look, at times it was entertaining. I'm not going to lie. And I used to like listening to their opinions. Yeah, but at this point, Israel and Gaza, they're on the wrong side of history, and I cannot support watching this anymore. I think the Arabs are 100% infiltrated like USA and Europe. PJ, wrote this. Amri Demerke loves, but he eats with his hands.
Cities across Europe, are they in jeopardy of being run over by Jews? Is London, is Brussels, is Paris, is Rome, is Oslo, are all these cities going to be governed by Jews? No, it's all going to be Muslims in the coming years. That's a whole conversation that Tommy Robinson can invite. But all these countries that are having issues these days, APEC isn't in the UK. APEC isn't doing their thing in Australia. Why are all these other countries around the world that don't share the concerns of getting America into war, why do they all have so much anti-Israel hate? Because it's not Israel's getting us involved in wars and it's Bibi that's causing us to do invade Iraq. No, why are all these countries? Could it be that it's just the longest, the most hated, long-standing type of hate in the world? I don't. No, I'm asking.
Sorry, man. Thanks for that. But sorry, guys. There's a lot of comments coming in at this point. I won't be able to respond. If you want me to respond, just send a super chat. It could be $1. I don't care. It's just overwhelming at this point. But think about what Adam just said. The amount of arrogance it takes and the self-victimizing is insane to me. Like, he's actually asking the question. He's asking the right question. Why is it that it's not even just America? All these other countries that recognize in Palestine, you got Canada, you got Australia, you got all these other countries saying, Israel is committing war crimes. Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal. He should be arrested. Why do you think that is? But instead of using your logical brain and just, actually self-reflecting that, what are we doing wrong? The arrogance is stopping him from doing that. The arrogance is telling him that there's no way I did anything wrong. And in fact, it's got to be racism. It's got to be anti-Semitism. It's the longest running campaign. Oh, come on, man. Come on.
asking you guys a question because I see it in America. People are so sick of
What
Israel.
are you saying?
I want to understand from a global perspective.
You showed didn't you come up with the chart when we were prepping? Like where's that chart that shows the anti feelings towards, is it Israel or was it against Jewish people? Do you remember which one it was?
Yeah, the unfavorability.
Yeah.
Rate,
Unfavorability.
Pew Research. It's horrible towards Israel.
Yeah, can you show that, Rob?
Yeah, we showed that too. I showed it to BB.
Adam, and I'm just thinking, basic. Like, where is it coming from?
I'm asking you guys.
I think this is my opinion. I think it's the way of the handling of the war. And bro, that when it comes to war, people are going to be critical.
See, the answer is so simple, and Vinny's the only one. I don't even agree with all of Vinny's opinions, but he is the only one on this show with at least a heart, or at least some empathy, right? Like, even if you don't agree with the other person, you can be in their shoes and try to understand why they might think the way they think. Like, no one else on this podcast are capable of even doing that, or even they don't want to be capable of doing that, aka Tom. I think Tom is a smart, wise guy. I think he knows the reason why what's going on. He's just too scared. He doesn't have a backbone, unfortunately, in this event. But Vinny is right on the money here. He thinks it's because of how the war is being committed. Muslims have known about this for years, decades, that the Israelis just want to take over their land. In Palestine, the Palestinians have known this since day one. I mean, it happened to them. It was their land, 70% of it just taken by Israel, point blank. And so they've known about this. The whole Middle East knows this. Come on, man. Who are they playing? The whole Middle East knows this. And now that it's actually happening, of course, there's an outcry. There's an uproar. And to say that, oh, I don't know why this is happening, is just straight up ignorance, or you're just putting your head in the sand. Like, you don't want to know. And also, guys, if you are enjoying this video so far, wow, we got 119 people on the live stream. That's nice. Can you please just like this video and share it, subscribe, whatever you need to do. Only about 7% of you are subscribed to my channel. It really helps put this video out to a larger audience. Let's get this to like 200-300 people. I know there's a lot of comments coming in. If you want to send in a super chat, I'll try to answer these. I'll try to answer as many as I can right now. So Kaladian Vibe says APAC isn't in the UK, but Labour Friends of Israel is, and the UK Prime Minister sneaked in some Zionist politicians in safe seats. Okay. Big Khan, love you, bro. Faisal, Mega Weezeman. Faisal from Microsoft, is that you, bud? Faisal Asadi, big guy. Love you, man. Love you. PJR, let's see. Tom is a coward, Clarity Coleman. Unfortunately, I kind of have to agree with you right now. T said, if there was no need to leave, there would be no space for the NGOs to exploit. I said a lot, not all. Okay. Let's see who else is here. Yes. Everyone needs to watch Al Jazeera investigation, the labor files. Alrighty. All right, let's continue.
Understand
so
the side
you genuinely think it's because of the war?
I think it's because of the war and 100%.
What else do you think it is?
I mean,
this is so stupid, man. Like, Adam is he wants a victimization. He's literally saying, what else do you think it is? He wants him to say it's anti-Semitism. It is not anti-Semitism. People in general, they are not anti-Jew, they're anti-Israel. They're really mad at what Israel is doing, the extremist government. They're zealots, man. They're zealots. The government is run by religious fanatics. I totally agree, Mama Truth. Adam makes me sick. I think everyone hates him. I think the only reason people watch PBD Podcast was pretty much because of Patrick Bet-David. He knows how to run a show. Like, the dude's an entrepreneur. He had Valuetainment, 5-6 million subscribers, probably more at this point. Tom is smart. He knows how to do deep dives. Vinny has okay takes. I haven't seen anyone watch PBD Podcast because they want to hear what Adam has to say. Never. I've never seen that. If you look at the comments in any of their episodes, all of them just trash on him. And for all of those who are joining the stream right now, I just want to let you know that I have officially unsubscribed from PBD Podcast, and I encourage all of you to consider doing the same. This video, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. Wait till you watch the last scene. Extremely Islamophobic. And at this point, I don't really encourage anyone to watch PBD Podcast, because it's not even just Adam. PBD himself said something horrible, and Tom agreed with him. So yeah. Mega Weezeman says PBD is a seller naturally and a good speaker, but Adam is so low of testosterone. But the funny thing is, he has a stupid show, that Sauce Cast or something, one of the most cringe shows ever. But like, he's trying to be a big guy, big shot on there, like, high testosterone, I'm the alpha. Bro, you are so cringe. It's pathetic. Old Mover says, There are a lot of people out there less educated who will, as a result of this, take it out on all Jews, unfortunately, and that also is on Israel. Okay. Demhawk says Adam is basically their version of Jesse Waters. Okay. Let's continue.
Because I remember on October 8th, people saying,
yeah, we hit 132 live viewers for a little bit. Please, everyone, continue liking this. If you haven't liked the video, just do it. It takes a second. If you're not subscribed, only 7% of you are subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to. Come on. Andre says, I did not only unsub, I reported it to YouTube, giving a terrorist a platform. Yo. That's funny. Gee, I am a former Muslim and currently an atheist. Islamophobia still makes me sick. Thank you. Thank you. Wait till you watch the end of this. You are definitely going to be sick.
Before Israel even attacked, that they were going to commit genocide. So before they even fired a bullet, they're going to genocide. So to me, this has all just been brewing underneath, and this is an excuse to hate the Jews again. But okay, other than war, what is it?
Well, I think
because if they stop the war, people are going to go back to liking Israel.
Well, those are the basic.
They said that they're committing a genocide because it didn't start on October 7th, you dumb nut. It's been going on forever. It's been going on for 80, 90 years. They've been slowly and progressively and systematically taking over the land, whether it's through violence, whether it's through these illegal settlements. They've been doing it. And so people have been calling it a genocide for a very long time. And after October 7th, Netanyahu just got exactly what he needed, an excuse, and just went all out, and no one could stop it.
The basic things.
What
is
else?
The APAC,
War, what else?
Is the APAC with
that affects America. What else? The world.
That affects them. At the end of the day, Adam, when we talk about everybody else, this is our ally. This isn't just another regular country. So when they do something, America looks like they're bad. So, and for instance, you know me and how I feel about children. I want if there's injured kids, and I want to help those people 100% when it comes to children. But did you see a couple weeks ago, Pat, when Laura Loomer was put them on blast and got Marco Rubio involved, where there was airplanes full of people coming into the United States from Palestine? And guess what? As much as I want to help these people, you're going to let in a group of people whose fathers, brothers, mothers, aunts have been getting killed in Gaza, and then you want to bring them here? How do you think they're going to feel towards America?
Vinny, you're losing respect for me here, man. See, this one actually hurts a lot, because these were children with like blown off legs and arms and all of that, and they wanted to come here for medical treatment. And Laura Loomer, she's Satan, man. This chick and Marco Rubio literally denied them. These are children who needed medical attention, and their parents. And at this point, look, I've heard interviews of doctors who've been to Gaza. They said at this point, parents just want to see the best for their kids. They don't even care about getting into their homes or Israel or anything. They just want to get out from this war zone, just have some type of safety. At the end of the day, that's all parents want for their kids. And, if you want, let the kids come in with some type of chaperone for medical treatment, have them around, like, guard them or something, right? So, or keep an eye on the parents. But, dude, let the kids in. Let the kids in, get their treatment. It's just heartbreaking. And for you to deny that, it's just, you got to have a heart made of rocks, dude. Like, I don't need coal. I don't even know. It's just disgusting. Amre Demarcaya loves. Think vacations are pricey. Your U.S. taxes fund Israel $82 million daily, not included. The birthright. Vinny L, I'm unsubscribing. Thanks. I'm happy a lot of you are unsubscribing. We got a few unsubscribed. That's what I want. I want everyone to start unsubscribing. I unsubscribed today. Man, that's Vinny. That one, you lost me on that.
Because our biggest ally is Israel. That's a dangerous thing to do, because they're going to come in with smiles.
I appreciate that. It's from an American perspective. I'd love to get Tom's perspective. But Pat,
well, Adam, you always give the Israeli perspective. You never give an American perspective, because there's no reason our tax money should be going to Israel to fight their freaking wars. And like, there's no reason why a foreign government should be paying off our politicians. There's no reason for us to be getting involved in their wars, like Iran. Like, I don't know why you're even living here. Just go to Israel. Seriously, like, why are you here? I don't understand.
Let me ask you something. I remember you said something to the effect of like, oh, you want people to stop hating on you? You know a good idea what you could do, Israel? Or Jewish people? Lose.
Oh, no, I didn't
Start
say that.
losing.
You know who said that?
Thomas Sowell. Thomas Sowell said that. Exactly. You're repeating Thomas Sowell.
Yeah.
So, all right, so the Jews control the world. There's 0.02% of the population of
that clip was just stupid. Like, they played it later on in the show. Basically what he's saying is everyone's just hating on the Jews because they're just so wildly successful, and that's why everyone's hating on them. And if you want people to stop hating on you, just start losing. But that is, again, what pisses me off is that there is zero accountability here. It's not about that. It's not about the Jews are winning. Hey, good for you, man. Like, people don't hate the Jews. Why aren't, like, people don't hate the Jews in America like that, right? Like, the average Jew is just a normal person. People hate you when you're pro-Israeli because Israeli is committing crimes that are just unfathomable on children, on women, on civilians. It's disgusting. And, like, stop making it. See, this is what Adam does. He's making this anti-Israel sentiment into anti-Jewish. And no one is saying anti-Jewish. I'm saying anti-Israel. And if you're America first, you can't be pro-Israel like this. Like, it's America first and whatever is in our best interests.
The world are Jewish. So in my opinion, a lot of the world are looking for scapegoats because their lives are meaningless, or they're not doing things they want in their life, or they're poor, or they're not rich, or their things aren't going well, or especially in the Middle East, you know, you're supposed to be the chosen people from the last prophet, yet you're in turmoil and misery. Oh, it must be the Jews.
Wow. See, now he's going on to straight up religion. Like, no one's even talking about Jews. People are generally talking about Israelis and is like what the government is doing. And yeah, granted, a lot of the population in Israel agrees with the government. That's a totally different conversation. But now he's just getting into Islamophobic territory. Like, oh, it's just the Muslims, they thought they're the chosen people and they're living horrible lives in the Middle East. Like, most of the Middle East countries that are living horrible lives is because America bombed them because of Israel. That's the truth. That's the truth. Iran, Iraq, like all these countries, Afghanistan, like America attacked these people because of Israel. That's it. Lebanon, Syria, just like the list just goes on. And it's just, there's no accountability being taken here. And that's, you're the one doing the scapegoating here. You're scapegoating. You're just saying, oh, everyone just hates me because I'm Jewish, and not self-reflecting at all.
So I have news for you. Jews are typically raised with good foundation and good principles and want to learn and want to be educated and want to make money.
So look at this racist undertone. Jews typically grow up in great homes. They want to learn and blah, blah, blah. Like, they have good principles. So basically what you're implying is that Muslims, they're the dirty rats, right? The dirty barbarians. They're uncivilized. They don't grow up in good homes, even though Muslims probably have one of the highest levels of two-parent households. They, look at the number of doctors in America that are Muslim. The percentage of Muslims in the country compared to the percentage of doctors that are Muslim is totally unproportional. For you to come and say that Muslims don't value education is just, you're totally ignorant, right? And then just saying, oh, they don't live principled lives. We live principled lives. So are you saying that Muslims don't have principles? Like, this is just getting into Islamophobic territory. You got to watch your words, Adam. This is disgusting now. Now you're just not even thinking about what you're saying. You're just blabbering. Mega Weisman says, majority of oncologists here in Dallas are Pakistani Muslims. What a Nimrod. Exactly.
That is a recipe for success for anybody. Anybody can do what the Jews are doing, but a lot of people won't put in the work. So, Tom, what's your opinion on what all this hate comes from?
So I can't begin to speculate on why each and every country, I looked at that list and I'm like, okay, there's some countries that are very Muslim. Indonesia, okay, I can understand that. There's this, because there's a Muslim Jewish schism that's there that goes back.
You think?
I don't understand Japan. I see Japan has got similar data points to Indonesia. I look down this and I'm like, why would Japan have the people feel this way? And I don't have a baseline for it, like a before and after, but I will tell you, in the theater of modern warfare, there is a lot of feeling right now. There's a lot of feeling, and there are a lot of polling and things out there that people...
Tom is such, not Tom. I mean, Tom doesn't have a backbone here. It's pretty sad. But Adam is such an idiot. Like, oh, there seems to be a schism between the Muslims and Jews, and Adam's just over here. You think? Does he know that Jewish people lived in safety throughout history with the Muslims? It was the Christians that kept coming after them to harm them. Relatively speaking, they lived in a lot more peace in Muslim land. That's why, to this day, they got Jewish people in Iran, Jewish people in Morocco. Like, there's a reason for that. This guy's such an idiot and so ignorant. Like, he doesn't even know his own dang history, man. I know that. I could just tell. He's that kid that comes to class, and let's say the teacher told you the day before you got to read 40 pages. You know darn well this guy didn't read no 40 pages. He just comes up in class and just BS's the answers. The teacher asks him a question, he just goes around, rambles, says BS answers. Like, it's very obvious he's very ignorant on this issue. Tom over here is onto something very, very smart. Tom is basically saying that, hey, I noticed that, Indonesia has this anti-Israel, logic, but like, I noticed that same about Japan. Now, Indonesia, I can see because, majority Muslim, a lot of Muslims in Indonesia, fine. But why is Japan thinking like this? Why is Australia thinking like this? Why is Canada thinking like this? Maybe there's a bigger reason. Maybe Israel is really doing something horrific, horrendous. But no, he's going to be too much of a coward to say it. Yeah, unfortunately, dude, I'll be honest, though. I kind of like Tom. DJF just said, I just unsubbed as well. Let's go. Listen, we haven't even gotten to the end. I'm telling you, it's pretty Islamophobic, but it just gets worse at the end. And I'm telling you, at the end, you'll find out exactly why I unsubscribed from here. It's straight up racist, in my opinion. Sarah Sinclair says, nope, not everybody wants to steal land and scam goyams. Okay. Jarona, sense of crosses. Esro, Tom is a spineless coward. Okay, let's continue.
Feel one way about ideas, and they think another way about execution. Yeah. Everybody wanted the border shut in the U.S. Everybody wanted to control immigration. Nobody wanted to see people picked up while they were picking fruit in the field or from a construction site and shipped out. When people saw execution, like, okay, I was in favor of closing the border, but I don't really like that. And also you've got like the movie Wag the Dog. You get little glimpses on a video that give you emotional responses. Now, it's gone on for a long time, and there's an awful lot of humanitarian stuff that's going on in Gaza. And I see a lot of articles and translated from many different languages, French, German, that are saying.
Yeah, Tom starts going on a rant where he doesn't really say much. It's kind of shameful. Pretty sad. Tom is usually the guy who goes straight to the point, gives you facts, gives you answers, gives you deep dives. Right now, he's just being a coward. That's the honest truth, Tom.
You defend.
Also, we got some people saying, been unsubscribed. Son says, I've been unsubscribed. Fools are busters and marks. Old Mover says, I was never subscribed. Listening to those guys makes you dumber. Okay, for all those new people on the stream right now, we got 130 people now. Come on, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, push it out, share it, whatever you got to do. Let's make this go even more viral. The fact of the matter is I unsubscribed from PBD Podcast today, and I put this clip together, and I want to show you exactly why I did it. This clip just came out yesterday. This is after the Netanyahu interview. I just wanted to show you guys. This was at the end of the PBD Podcast yesterday, so I'm sure a lot of you have not seen this, and it was disgusting. It was disgusting.
Ending yourself from October 7th, you've gone too far, and I see that. So I don't know where the feeling was before.
Here's Thomas Sowell.
But
Thomas
there's a lot of people saying
this.
You've gone too far, and I don't like what I see.
I want to show this.
Which is leading too far, leads him to say.
We got it, Tom. So I want to show this.
Then they play this clip of Thomas Sowell is stupid, but now we're getting to the juicy part.
I like to listen to people that emotion is low, reason is high. And Thomas Sowell breaks things down in a very reasonable way. And by the way, this still doesn't mean I have to support what's happening to Palestine.
See, now it's neither near or there, nor here or there. So basically, he's talking about how people are being too emotional, not reasonable. I think the Israelis are the most emotional. Like, you ask them, why are you taking land from the Palestinians? They're the ones that get very defensive. They're like, can the Jewish people never have a state? Like, we promised this land 3,000 years ago. Okay, that's not really reasonable, man. Like, okay, we get it. You believe that God promised you this land 3,000 years ago, but there's kind of people living here right now. You can't just like stay there. Like, I can just come up with my own beliefs. I said this earlier in the stream. What if God said I should be a billionaire? Are you gonna give me your money? Give me $1 billion, bro. My God said I should be a billionaire. Give me your money. Like, it doesn't work that way. You don't bring religion into these kind of secular governments, as you call it.
Palestinians. This still doesn't mean I have to support what's going on there with the war. This still doesn't mean I have to support any of that stuff. It just means I have to find a way to not allow all these emotional and by the way, if you're Muslim, you got 2 billion people. Who do you think has a monopoly on social media? Who? Jews or Muslims? And then those 2 billion people that are messaging And they're able to recruit others because the average person is going to be like, wow, this guy gets this many retweets. That guy gets this.
Oh, come on, PBD. Come on, Patrick. Don't be that naive. Don't be that naive. First of all, don't make it between Muslim against Jew. Like, no, we're going after Israel right now, not Muslim against Jew. Second of all, you know darn well what topic is off limits on social media. Look, guys, I've been posting on YouTube for about 5 years. And let me tell you something very, very frank. 5 years ago, if I made videos like this against Israel, your videos will be banned. Your channel might be banned. Your channel might be permanently deleted. Your monetization or demonetized now, just done. This is just 5 years ago, by the way. You're gone. You have no chance of doing this. I've noticed that the only reason we're allowed to talk about it now is I think after X came out, there's a lot of Jewish hatred on X. I'm not even going to deny that. It goes extreme on X. But like a lot of it went out there. And I think these social media platforms realize that if they don't let people post about it, at least to some level on these platforms, everyone's just going to go over to X. And they saw that happen. And then they're like, okay, fine, let's open it up a little bit. But I'm telling you, if I posted this type of content 5 years ago, I wouldn't have a channel anymore. I wouldn't be monetized, none of that stuff. So don't come out here saying that we have more power here because, yeah, we might have more numbers, but who controls the social media? How do these lobbies have so much power? How does the government have so much power? How is the government about to ban TikTok in the United States? Come on, don't be so naive, Patrick. Don't be so naive. Did PBD pull a Megyn Kelly just now? I don't know, man. This guy's just neither here nor there. Where he's like, oh, by the way, after saying all this stuff that's pro-Israel, he's like, oh, by the way, I don't have to support them either. I can still, not support their attack on the Palestinians. It's like, bro, what are you even saying at this point? Do you even know what you're saying?
He must be right. He must be this. But you have to be able to step back and sit there and say, I don't support what's going on here. I like yesterday, the video with, when they shot up the hospital, that Bibi had to come back and apologize. And then after a first shot, they shoot the second one. And you see the video. I don't have to support that. Okay, this clip right here, we don't have to show it to the public, Rob, so make sure the people in the background are doing it. The guy's flipping them off, right? They're talking to their own people. They're fixing this place. And then within seconds, boom, gone, right? Wow. This is the nasty part of war. But why?
No, this was not a nasty part of war. This was disgusting. This is not normal warfare. You do not kill civilians and journalists like this. For those that don't know what he's talking about, Al Nasser Hospital is one of the few, I think the only functioning hospital in the area left. And so there were a few journalists there hanging out on the porch or something. And a rocket just flew into him. Boom. Rocket flew into him. Paramedics and people came to help out. And Israel does this a lot, by the way. It's called a double tap. So people came to help out, check out what's going on. Are those people dead, not dead? Once a good amount of people gathered around there, another rocket came, killed them all. So 5 journalists died in there. The thing is, those 5 journalists were connected to Western media, so we found out about it, or else we would probably not have found out. It's disgusting, these low blow attacks. And again, guess what? They did this attack when none of the international doctors were in the hospital. So the American doctors, they weren't there. Why? They don't want to kill American doctors. It's bad publicity. Just kill these journalists that are over there. And another disgusting part is that PBD, you interviewed Netanyahu yesterday after the attack, and you could have brought up this attack, this journalist, the killing of the journalist and the hospital attack with Bibi Netanyahu. You didn't. You didn't do it. It just happened that day. And you knew about it, and you didn't bring it up. Armored American Love says they hit the 4th floor because it was the only place for journalists to get Wi-Fi and call it an accident. Yeah, like they knew exactly what they're doing. And it's not the dirty part of war. Israel has been known to do dirty tactics like this over and over and over again.
Watch what this does to the average person. This is all they see. And they say, wow, how bad. This is terrible.
Well, Patrick Bet David, why is it the only thing we see? Why aren't Western journalists allowed in Gaza? And why don't we see similar clips of this in Israel? Is it a one-sided war? You tell me.
War is nasty on both sides. It's not for the emotional, wary. It's not for the average person. And the only difference today that we're living, 20 years ago, you wouldn't see these clips. Today, it's everywhere. And so,
yeah, see? So 20 years ago, when Israel controlled the propaganda through mainstream media, it was totally fine. But now when we have independent media, where people have social media, when people can put up clips that are actually happening on the ground, all of a sudden it's like, oh, everyone's just against the media. The whole world's just against Israel. Come on, man. Come on. Get out of here, PBD. Don't be so naive. You're being blinded right now.
Guess what? To all the emotional people, it's so easy to hold them hostage and to keep them forever and to get them to hate somebody else.
How often do you read the
This is where the biggest racist part starts. I want everyone here to pay attention. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. We're now at 134 live streamers. Please, let's get it up to 140. And for those that don't know, that just came onto the stream, I initially started the stream saying that I unsubscribed to PBD Podcast. And in this video, I want to talk about why. So everything that we went on leads up to this situation right here. And this part is going to be so Islamophobic. You guys will be shocked. And once you see this, I don't think any of you will want to be subscribed to PBD Podcast much longer. Sun says PBD always called people naive, all the while being extra naive. I don't even know if I don't know what it is. Is he being naive? Is he being biased? Is he closing his eyes and just putting his head in the sand? Like, what's going on here, man? Is it his loyalty to Adam? I really don't get it. I'm trying to understand. I know he's not that dumb.
Bible?
I've been reading Proverbs this week, and I couldn't put it down. I'm like, I need Proverbs right now. I'm just going through it right now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going through Proverbs right now.
The reason I asked that, because I know Vinny's been reading it. I know Tom has been reading it. I had that epiphany. I was like, the Bible is really just the Old Testament, the 5 books of Moses, and the New Testament. Here's my opinion.
You just had this epiphany. You're out here talking about Israel and all that crap. You didn't even know that. Like, what am I even supposed to say to that? What am I even supposed to say to that?
And I was actually speaking with Rabbi Benny. I said, here's what I've noticed.
Vinny?
Benny.
Oh, Benny.
Okay.
They said Vinny.
Rabbi Vinny, that'd be great. Coming soon.
Do it
Here's
fast.
what I've realized.
I got a meeting in 3 minutes.
People that study the Torah turn out to be, for the most part, way more learned and scholarly and have way more principles. People that read the Bible, in my opinion, become way more righteous and virtuous. On another note, people that read the Quran and read it literally become way more radical and extremist and practice jihad. That's just my opinion.
How disgusting was that? That line right there pissed me off so much. Can I read some comments on this? Like, how did you guys feel about that? So people that read the Torah, they become more scholarly and learned. People that read the Bible are just more, I'm just going to repeat. Dude, that was disgusting. I want everyone to watch that again.
To us. On another note, people that study the Torah turn out to be, for the most part, way more learned and scholarly and have way more principles. People that read the Bible, in my opinion, become way more righteous and virtuous. On another note, people that read the Quran and read it literally become way more radical and extremist and practice jihad. That's just my opinion.
One more time for you guys.
The Bible, in my opinion, become way more turn out to be, for the most part, way more learned and scholarly. Coming soon.
Do it
Here's
fast.
what I've realized.
I got a meeting in 3 minutes.
People that study the Torah turn out to be, for the most part, way more learned and scholarly and have way more principles. People that read the Bible, in my opinion, become way more righteous and virtuous. On another note, people that read the Quran and read it literally become way more radical and extremist and practice jihad. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
How disgusting is that? Okay, so first of all, the arrogance. People that read the Torah, they're more learned and, what, are you saying they're smarter than everyone else? Is that what you're saying just because they read the Torah? People that read the Bible, they're more virtuous. Okay, fine. All right. People that read the Quran become extremists and kill people? Like, how ignorant, how disgusting. I just want to say words that I shouldn't be saying on YouTube. Like, how, I don't even want to call them stupid, but like, how stupid is that? How ignorant is that? How Islamophobic is that? You're so the Quran is the main book of the Muslims. Muslims are like, what, 2 billion people in this world? 3 billion? Like, you're saying that the book of 3 billion people is basically making whoever reads it, they just become a terrorist. They just become disgusting. And if that was the case, how many Muslims does America have? And a lot of Muslims do read the Quran. So do you think this way about all Muslims that read the Quran? Like, have you read the Quran ever? Do you even read? Like, let's be real here. Do you even read? Like, this was one of the most ignorant takes I've ever seen on PBD Podcast. But I'm sad to say it only gets worse. It only gets worse. let's say, wait, let's see some of these comments. Faye wrote, if they read the Bible, more power to them. Did he just say that? Yeah, he just said that. I repeated it 3 times. I was shocked. And I was shocked that PBD let it go, but it gets worse, dude. PBD joins in. Watch this. S said, disgusting. Faye, he resents Islam a lot. Yes, you could tell. Ryan Villas says Zionism is radical. Yeah, like, listen, we haven't even gone to the extremism in Christianity and Judaism. Like, what was how was Israel made if not for extremism? Like, what was the IDF? Wasn't it not extremist gangs that were terrorists? Like, what was the USS Liberty? What was the big David Hotel that got bombed? Like, this was Jewish terrorists that did that. How do you think Israel was made? How did these Jewish terrorists get their own country? They fought for it. They killed people for it. And Christianity has their own huge history. Like, look, they've done their fights as well. Let's not act like they haven't. And it's just so ignorant to say that, oh, I don't know anything about history. It was just the Muslims. And it's those same Muslims that America and Israel has destroyed their countries. And that's why it's politically motivated. Bach said, what did he just say? So again, Bach, literally, it's disgusting. But basically, I unsubscribed from PBD Podcast because of what Adam just said and because of what's about to happen next, where PBD agrees with him. Adam said that, oh yeah, people who read the Torah become more scholarly and learned. People who read the Bible tend to become more virtuous. But people who read the Quran just become extremist clerics. They just go out killing people. Dmitry Tabakov, Adam is the worst of the worst. However, you cannot call everything Islamophobia. For example, how should I feel as my ancestors were murdered, enslaved, and etc. under the Ottoman Empire? 500 years of suffering under Islam. So should I be okay? No, you should be okay with Islam. What I'll say, my answer to that is, look, Islam is perfect. People aren't perfect. The followers of it aren't perfect. And that's my answer to that. Faye, my family took in 2 children from Gaza in 1994. I was in the 4th grade. They were a part of the Palestinian Children Relief Fund. Anyway, this is 1994. By the way, I'm for real a big fan, man. You helped red pilled me. Alhamdulillah, you're doing great work. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Anyway, the kids lived with us for a year so they can get treated at the Cleveland Clinic. Oh, nice. I look forward to your videos weekly. I appreciate that, brother. Just make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. So yeah, let's continue. So again, Adam just made that super ignorant statement. We're almost done with this video. Listen to PBD's and Tom's reaction to it. And again, I really do believe after this, no one should be subscribed to PBD Podcast, especially if you're Muslim.
And stats validate some of it.
We call them radical clerics.
Yeah.
I don't know about radical. I've never heard radical Catholic priests, radical Protestant ministers or pastors or radical Jewish rabbis, but somehow we now have a lexicon that includes radical clerics.
Tom,
really? No radical rabbis? Have you been to Israel, Tom? I don't know if you have. Because you should see some of the language that these Zionists in Benjamin Netanyahu's government say. They say get rid of them. There shouldn't be an ounce of grain sent to Gaza. In fact, what's his name? The finance minister is actually pissed at Benjamin Netanyahu for not being radical enough. And these prisoners were when there were prisoners in Israel, they're protesting that we should have the power to grape the prisoners. Like is this not extremism for you, Tom? Come on now.
let me tell you, Tom, as much as we're talking the way that we are, there is a massive, loud population that's against it. Yeah. And the people are afraid of losing that audience. And I'm not. I don't wake up in the morning trying to win audience over. I'm going to be myself long term, and if you like it, you don't, you don't. And I'm going to call out anybody and everybody if I don't like it. But, man, to the emotional few, read.
All right, there we go. Video's over. What did you think about that? My final thoughts are when Adam said that disgusting sentence about, oh, this is what you've noticed about people that read the Torah, this is what I've noticed about people that read the Bible, and this is what I've noticed about people that read the Quran. It was disgusting for me. But when I saw Tom's reaction to it, he pretty much agreed, he enabled it. And then PBD read it, PBD heard it, agreed with the same statement and just took it further. And in my opinion, it's just disgusting. Vinny didn't say anything about this. I mean, I'm kind of curious what his thoughts were. But I think it's disgusting. I think that was Islamophobic. I really do. And I wonder what their thoughts are that there's, 2 billion Muslims in this world. And if all of them were like this, then why aren't there wars going on everywhere? Why aren't they going around blowing up stuff in the United States? You don't know people in Texas, all these Muslims in Texas and Detroit. There's so many Muslims out there. You don't think they're reading the Quran every day? Dimitar Tabakov said, "All right, thanks a lot. You should know I don't hate people for their religion. We are all people who should live prosperously." Yep, I agree. Adam doesn't stand for anything. Yeah, Adam doesn't stand for absolutely anything, and that's why people don't like him. PBD tries to act intelligent and appease the white conservative side. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that stream. Wow, we've been streaming for 55 minutes. 136 live streamers right now. I appreciate it, guys. Just make sure you subscribe. Only about 6 or 7% of you are subscribed to my channel. Subscribe, like this video. Appreciate the love. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.